What's up, guys? I want to take a second to update y'all. Anybody who watches my videos and maybe has buying a knife from me, ordered a knife. I was posting a good bit. I ran into an order that took me a lot longer than expected, which happens sometimes on knives. Took me a lot longer than expected. Hidden Tang knives. I did finish this knife I'm describing, and I showed it to y'all on the process. I don't want to reveal it right now because I don't want to reveal it before I show it to the actual customer. I think it came out quite nice. But my motto is, most of the time, especially when the knife is for somebody, it's not just for me to sell to whoever. This knife is for somebody. Until you stop using it on belt sanders machines, you could pretty much mess it up at any time. It's never too late to mess a knife up. It's never too late to destroy a knife or have to majorly alter it. So you have, I go slow, okay? Especially when I've already invested a lot of time, money into a project, I move slow. And I think about my moves pretty well before I just start grinding things, all right? So I finished this knife. It took a long time, and I was just kind of grinding to get that finished. But that being said, I was blessed with a good bit of orders here at the beginning of the year. I showed y'all this piece of metal. I had showed y'all this. I might have altered it a little bit. This is a piece of Damascus metal. I had planned on using this for a couple of knives. I got an order request for this knife, basically this shape. And today I'm going to work on cutting that out. My GoPro I use sometimes doesn't have enough battery. So I'm going to grind this out. Full tang knives are a lot quicker. So I'm going to grind this out today, and I'll show y'all sometime later how it's coming out, the progress. Yeah, a couple of those I'm working on. It took me a long time to finish that Hidden Tang knife I was working on, man. I didn't bite off more than I could chew, but I bit off more than I could chew quickly. That being said, recognize whatever the Lord's doing in your life. Recognize the influences on your soul, because the good Lord is always trying to influence you, and the good Lord has a voice, and that voice always feels good and uplifting. The enemy also has a voice, and I believe the enemy works the same way as he did in Genesis, minus being a visible snake we can see. I believe there's a spiritual war going on all around us all the time, and if you start to think about that and see if you can perceive it, I believe you can kind of perceive good influences on your soul and negative influences on your soul. I believe the enemy is all the time trying to influence you to do something that is going to distract you from God. He's going to keep you going down that wrong path as long as he possibly can, and a lot of times that path is seemingly fun. It is always unfulfilling, but it seems to be fun. And he can keep a lot of people on that path for a long time, maybe some people their whole life, all right? And the good Lord built us for more. You were made for more. I was made for more. I was on that path too. Hey, I've been on that path, but I thank God that he took the veils from my eyes and the chains fell off, and I was given the chance to see the things that I was doing that were not of him. And if you're doing that, guys, we all are going to still sin. I still sin. But I just want to say that God's way is better. The enemy is going to portray God's way as not fun. But God wants you to be happy. God wants you to be satisfied, and he offers true satisfying, true things that you can do that will be truly satisfying to you and truly fulfilling to you, not just a artificial, temporary, satisfying behavior that you're into. So God's way is going to be better. The enemy's not going to make you think it is, but God's way is definitely going to be better. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And try and imagine these things. And I think it's good to think about God morning, middle of the day, end of the day, working into your day all the time. Thank you guys. Have a good day.